This is the RG All-Purpose Humanoid Divisive Battle Weapon Artificial Human Evangelion Unit 01 DX Transporter. It's the first EVA in Bandai's RG series. It's from the rebuild of Evangelion. It's awesome. Let's go. So yeah, hey guys, welcome back to another Gunpla TV review. And oh boy, have I been waiting for this one for so long. Here we have the Unit 1 from Evangelion, the rebuild of Evangelion series, which is actually, now there's going to be 4 movies in total. It started in about, I think, September 2007. And the latest edition is on June the 27th, 2020 in Japan. And that is Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, i.e. 4.0. And this is why maybe Bandai have decided to take this series up in their RG line. It's, as I said before, it is the first time they've done so. And oh man, do we have a treat right here. So this has been one of my favorite builds. It has also been my first RG build, and I was not disappointed. The level of detail, everything is just top mark. I think it looks great, it poses amazing, and if you take heed on some device I'll give you now, you can make sure this isn't so it doesn't fall apart so much, because sometimes some parts can be a bit flimsy, but generally it's solid, it's got great posability, and you can recreate all of the scenes, the iconic scenes in the movie that you'd really want to. Even with this transport, you can have him plugged in, looks cool. Got breaking the AT field here, that's another cool thing, and plenty of hands. So yeah, let's get down to it. It is very detailed. It's got all of these lovely armor parts, and they're all generally quite articulated within their sphere of movement. So, you know, these side panels up and down, this will move around. One thing that really stood out to me is that the color separation is unbelievably nice. It's the original colors of the Unit 1. They're all very lovely. The separation is brilliant. For instance, this head has got no stickers. It is all plastic. It's just layer on layer on layer, and it still looks great. It's faithful to the series design and just moves exactly like you'd want it to, like the actual EVA does. So before I get into articulation, let's see what comes with this kit. Now this is the DX version. If you were just to get the normal version, it would just be the Unit 1, the hands, and I believe you'd still get the AT field. There is also a little pod, and this is where Shinji is driving the EVA in, which is nice. So you get a total set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hands. You get the transport unit, and as you can see, there are some nice colors on there, and that is because it comes with stickers. Now, this area here are the type of traditional stickers, and here are the more type matte effect ones. And I like the matte ones because they don't stand out so much. They don't crinkle like these stickers would. But what Bandai have done is they only use these stickers here on parts that are flat. So you don't ever have to worry about them crinkling or curving around something. Once it's on, it looks great. For instance, you can see these side panels here inside on the mainframe. They look the part. They don't look like they're stickers really. You can see it shining in there. Also, you get this weapon that he's holding right now, which is awesome. And if I were to make this, I would advise you to put all of the stickers on, because I think it just makes it look that much more legit. Other things it comes with, there was one other thing. It comes with 2 antennae. Now, this one here at the top, I think it looks the best of the 2 that you get, and that is because it is made by multiple color injection molding. The arms are also this injection molding here too, so that's why you've got this piece. And yes, this does remind me of the Figurized Labo series, because it is exactly the same type of technology. So that's awesome to see. They only do it in this part, so there's only up to 4 bits that you actually need to use this for, but I like that they're type of integrating this new technology in their RG line. So just going back to the antenna, this is obviously 2 different types of plastic molded into one piece. But if you wanted to, they do give you a purple antenna, and you can wrap around. I've taken it off because I've actually done it, but I don't know where I put it. But you know, there's a sticker there, so it'd be 2 green lines. I've taken that off. But once you put it on, I don't think it looks that great. It's a sticker after all, so why wouldn't you go with the multiple color injection molding? That being said, this is the same type of effect, the capsule. So this is a sticker. If you really compress it well, you can't tell. It's brilliant. Just for a comparison, this is one in, I believe it's Mafex or maybe a Figma, I'm not sure, but it was on my desk. But you can type of see that the actual color of the one that's a sticker pops a bit more, so that's quite nice. And just some other things before I get into articulation. This on the box has no scale. Now, so that means it's probably not same as other Gundam RGs. This is not a 1/44 scale model, and I've actually worked it out because this is 19 centimeters tall. It is actually a 1 in 316 scale, so 1/316 scale. If it was 1/144 scale, then it would actually measure 41.6 centimeters, so it'd be nearly double. So you can tell that this is, you know, the EVA is a very big thing. When you see it in the anime and the movies, it's towering above all of those high-rise things. So, and Shinji, if he is in here, you can type of get an idea of how massive this thing really is in real life. So when it's only 19 centimeters, yeah, you're damn right, it's not going to be 1/144 scale. Now let's get into some articulation. So yeah, the head is on a ball joint. It can go round, not that you'd want to do that. But one thing that you'll see is that parts are linked to other parts to make them move. So when you pull the head up, his neck piece also will move with it, but it doesn't have to. You can push that down, but things are like linked to try and give that more natural movement pattern, like if it was the real thing. So just hopping around quickly, just another place that they do this is that this ligament here under the leg also moves around when you move the EVA's legs. And this is because that part, ingeniously enough, is connected to a ball joint, which is connected to the leg ball joint. So when you move that, it should move the whole thing. Another place is that even though these hand bits are on ball joints, they will move the arm parts too. So I'll get to that when I get to it. But yeah, just to say that it's all type of connected and it's quite nice. So the mouth also opens up and down. And these shoulder bits, now this is interesting. So there's a ball joint under here, and the arm is connected to one part of it, one ball joint off the ball, and this is another one on a ball joint connected to the main ball joint. So these are actually separate from the arm, but they're based on the ball joint for the shoulder. So if I show you on this one here, you can see here is the main ball joint with 2 coming off it. So that's how that works. They can be a bit like, it's not a very big connection, so you've got to be careful. They can pop off quite easy. These little side shields also go up and down. And what I have done, you can see that there is a sticker on that just there, and another one on the other side. But these 4 parts are all separate pieces of plastic. So I would advise you to glue them together, because this purple bit on the edge pops off a lot. So that's one bit of advice there. Also, these end bits here, they don't move, and once you've put them on, why not glue them into place against this? It stops them falling off, so I did that too. The shoulder bits, they move around, not so much, but enough that it's in line with what the Unit 1 does in the anime. And as in the anime, under here, there's a space for the knife. Now, so I showed you, I said there was a knife before. You get 2 of these. That's it when it's in his hand. And obviously with these bits, you can put the 2 knives in there. So there we go. This is when he's ready to take it out, flick that knife up and stab an enemy. But yeah, they go really nicely into there, and you'd never know. The awesome element of surprise. Close your mouth. Okay, and moving down, these chest parts move a bit back and forth. They are on ball joints, 2 separate ones, one here, one there. so they move a little bit, not too much, but you wouldn't want them to. These outer parts here can fall off a bit, so I glued the purple to the green, but I didn't glue the rest just in case, like, because it's a little bit of movement there. So don't glue it to the main bit. And down to the arms. This is that injection, multi-injection molding, which is neat. Stickers here too, and a little sticker there that shows the type of joint. But nice movement on the arms here. I love it. Not too floppy, nice and stiff. And the hand obviously is on a ball joint. Now something I noticed about the hand is that there is actually a little locking part here. If I can show you there. Can you see that little bit just above the ball joint? It allows you to push it in further and lock it into place, and then you can't move it around. But I guess that's for poses when you want to use the gun, or you just want to have it on display and you don't want things moving around. So that's pretty neat. I like that. Now I'm going to tell you a little hint here. This is 3 parts here. It's not just one. I glued them together. They kept popping off. Same with this. This is not meant to move. These 3 bits here, 1, 2, 3. They're not meant to move. So sometimes when you wanted to move the arm around, they'd start moving and it'd pop them off. So I actually glued some of these bits down just to make sure it's nice and sturdy and it works well on both sides. So that's just a little tip. And as I was talking before, bits are linked to other bits. So the hand, when you move it, especially in that lock position, you're going to see, just because of the friction on the ball joint here, yeah, it can do it without moving parts, but it also can move this side bit. And just to show you, that's actually ball joint here at the bottom, see? There's a ball joint going into another ball joint, which goes into the socket of the arm. But also here as well, it allows this part here, can you see, it goes left and right on top of a ball joint, more flexibility. It's quite neat. Let me put that back. Yeah, so it allows this arm a bit to go around the arm. Lovely, love it. And you've got his bladey bits there. The hands, they are not just one part. They are molded with the metallic knuckles and the main bit. And if you have a gun or one that's holding to the knife, let me show you the knife one. It is actually 3 parts. So you've got the knuckles, the main part of the hand, and then because it's sandwiched, the knife and the gun both sandwich into place, you've got this separate part of the fingers that lock that into place there. And that means that it won't be able to, you'll have to pose it like this, and you won't be able to move the knife around in the hand. But to be honest, I love that because I hate it when you're trying to pose it and the weapon falls out. So there's that. Moving down to one of the most impressive parts, the body. It's 3 bits like linked to each other. You build them one on top of each other. It's really cool, but it adds this cool flexibility. It doesn't really go left and right, circle around, but it's got that. So he can't turn like that from his midriff, but you can do it down here a bit. Generally, you're going to have to turn by using, the legs moving around. And on the back, you can see that exoskeleton. Oh, one thing I forgot. Yes, the pod. Why would they give you the pod if you couldn't put it in? Well, you can. There we go. Slip that, and then so you pull that back, and that folds up, and you can slot it in there. I haven't got it there at the moment because actually, when you put it in, you have to start jigging it around to get it out. And I type of want to see it. I know it's a nice gimmick. I think it's cool. I like that they've got it. But if I'm going to have this, I want to have it like on the base or something like that, just to show that it's part of the kit. Down to the legs. Interesting mechanism here. It's like I'll try and show you. It is a circle that you put in this middle bit. Now these have up and down slight movement for the legs, but you put this circle in this type of joint for the legs into a hollowed circle and then key it into place. So it's got to be locked into place. Now the thing is, the friction on the legs when it goes onto here is so much that sometimes it can unlock that middle bit. Now you can start to see a bit of a glaze there, and that is because I have glued this bit into place. Obviously not this part, because that's for the flexibility of the legs, but just keying that bit there. I don't know, maybe they wanted it so it was a bit more flexible, but not me. I kept getting annoyed that it kept falling out of place. Okay, moving down, you've got his knee guards here, sticker on top, quite nice, obviously lovely colour separation there. It's just a normal joint, goes up and down, node side to side, and down here it's the same type of thing. Very much linear movement rather than, you know, being able to do it type of 360. Down the bottom you've got the feet. It's got some movement at the end of the toe, which is nice. It's able to do that type of kneeling gun pose. Same on the other side, obviously. So the flexibility here is really good. Like, I know that you can't type of do the split, like do the splits outwise, but look, doesn't that look so type of Unit 1-ish, the way that its movement is? It's type of lanky, and that's just how Unit 1 moves. So I don't think I would want any more than what I've got. So keep opening your mouth, boy. So that's that for type of movement and things like that. I love it. Okay, let's move on to this transport platform. Now this is something special. I like that they've included this. It's very simple to put together. Quite a few bulky parts underneath. We'll just go to some, it's like a symmetry, so one side's the same as the other. You have two identical runners you have to put together. Comes with stickers that look natural, I think. Only the hazard markings on around the edge, and obviously that main platform area. It comes in the same green as the gun. Now, I thought for this, that sucked. So I decided to spray paint it. I think it's come out quite nice. The type of metallic green, it's the same color, just with a bit more silver in there. I think that worked out very nicely. You have bits that can extend, so if you are going to spray paint it, make sure you do all the parts individually after you've cut them out. Here too. So that just allows you for a bit more flexibility with how you want to pose the EVA unit on top of this. At the bottom you've got the port for the umbilical cord, which powers the EVA unit, and obviously once this rises up onto street level, he breaks away, or she, whatever, the EVA breaks away from this, and it's only got a few minutes then to kick ass. You know, sometimes they shoot from here just to save a bit of power. So this actually does fit into the back of the EVA unit. Got his nice pose here out. That's a sticker on the edge to make it look really cool. It slots into the back here, quite a sharp angle. But what I found is that actually that is the perfect size for many bases, like Figma or stuff like that. So it will go right into the back there, and you could just pose it with a stand if you so wanted to. But the sturdiness of this is that allows you to not use a stand, to be quite honest, unless you want to do some high kung fu poses kicking in midair, he says after taking a few minutes to actually pose them like that. But anyway, back to this. It's just a very simple system. It's the same here as here, branched over by that, and then they type of slot in like a jigsaw down below. Now there's a lot of potential here to add some detail to all these lines, panel lines and stuff like that, and even at the bottom here you could maybe make this type of corrugated bit a bit different color, change the canisters at the bottom. You could really doll this up. This looks a lot better just simply like this than out of the box, so I would advise you to add a little bit of color before you put those stickers on. Speaking of stickers, here they are. I've used pretty much all of them. These are the ones for the knives, and there are two there that were parts that you couldn't really see, so I didn't actually include them, partly because I forgot, and now they can't see them, so who cares. You get to choose between either the EVA 01 test, or, let me see if I can zoom up on that. Can you see that? It says Evangelion 01 test type. Looks a bit more snazzy, so that's what I used for the arms. These are actually the underarm stickers, number 38 and 39. I haven't put them on yet, but the overarm stickers, 40 and 41, I chose 40, and that's on the EVA right now. These little golden bits are for every single individual hand. Now, I am not going to do that right now, but can you see there's a little bump on the thumb there? That is for these. So if you're wondering what that was for. Everything else has been placed on, so let me just go through. Apart from those hazard things on the main base, there's not too much there to deal with stickers. The EVA, as I said, nothing on the head. You have these marks here on the chest, the red bits underneath. That was quite difficult to put on, but it looks great. There's the one that I chose, the Evangelion 01 test type sticker. On the back, you've got some on the vents here and on the shoulder. The shoulder pads, like the shoulder armor, however you want to call it, there's one there, big one more here, Evangelion 01 there, and some white marks on the side there. The knife, that's what it looks like when you've put it on, looks very nice. You could do that with silver paint as long as it's very silvery, otherwise it would just get lost under that black. And some marks on the legs here too, and on the knee area as well. Lovely. Really think it pops. It's not too garish, it doesn't make you think sticker, 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 and it looks very natural. I like it. Now please look at our pictures that we will post on hobbylink.tv, because there's some cool poses with this AT field. You get the hands for it that actually allows you to free pose with this. It will hold in there, and he holds it up, so it doesn't need a stand or anything like that. Just the general torque of the arms pulling against the side will keep it into place. Obviously, now please do look at the pictures, but this is just an idea. It will hold it into place there, goes in like that. The manual, just quickly, is also very nice. It's got some information, unfortunately in Japanese, about the weapons. And everything's moving check. That's what what I was saying, is that parts are connected, so when you move the arms, hopefully those chest pieces will move a little bit. Everything's connected. But just in general, very nice. And you've obviously got the sticker guide at the back, which is, you can tell there's quite a lot there. But generally they don't stand out as being stickers. It just looks nice. So how does this stand work with the EVA? Is it compatible? Like, there must be some compatibility, right? There is, and I'll just show you without the EVA connected. They slot in here on both sides, and the arms slot in here. So if I can try and show you.
One pair of pants later.
Okay, there we go, ta-da! The arms go into these bottom bits, slide in, top goes up there, and it should all sandwich in nicely. He's going to be standing like a soldier, and coming around to the back, you have the umbilical cord going into the back nicely. That actually adds some stability too, because it's a very thick wire. It's actually got wire inside the plastic, so that looks really cool. He's charging, he's getting ready for deployment. So all in all, I am very impressed by this. This is my first RG kit. I am the biggest fan of Evangelion, so I had to make this. I love the lower body, the sturdiness is great. The upper body, these parts sometimes fall off, so glue them into place if you want to. On my kit, the right shoulder pad, this ball joint worked very well, but unfortunately the one on the left was rather flimsy, so just be careful, as you can see. Not that once you've got it into place, you're going to need to move that around so much, because they don't really move too much in the anime anyway. So all in all, very nice kit. I love the fact, I would definitely get the DX version if you want to pose it with, with the stand. It's very fun. Please be careful of the arms, maybe glue some parts in just to keep it secure. The bottom needs nothing doing to it, it's very sturdy. I love the plethora of accessories you get, the knives, the awesome gun. As you can see, the gun, it's got some nice parts in there, and the chain. Yeah, it comes with nice accessories, and it's a joy to make, so I would go out and get one now. A star, looks amazing, recommended.